Let's spank some people in arena to show the composition that I use and its effectiveness in general. I have no idea what she does. I have her, but I don't know why I have her. I just have her, I suppose. So there's two ways I can do this one. I can try to cleave it conventionally with Pavel, Brarwich, Azaria, and so on, but I think there's actually an alternative way I can do this as well. And it could be extremely goofy. We're actually probably not going to use Pavel for this one. Something like this. We don't even need to use Elena for this, to be honest with you. Don't think it's actually very necessary. Now, there is a chance we actually get like 15% in this, which would be a darn shame. It's not impossible. So, we do have to be mindful of that. This is where I could actually just bring Requiem Rowena instead. Something like this. This is actually quite a scary composition that we have here. Doesn't really have an amazing amount of damage, but it does have a lot of potential control. We could exchange her with something like Pirate Flan, ML Elena, even Green Pavel, possibly. It really depends on what your speed is. I don't think she's going to knock him down far enough for it to really make a damn of a difference, but... So, there's one here that has immunity. We're gonna get rid of that immunity because, well, we don't want her to have it. It's bad. It's naughty. Even though there's a chance we remove it with her anyways. So, we really didn't land that many debuffs, which isn't very good. That will affect our damage output here. So, we could try to kill her, but I don't think we're going to succeed in that. I think we're just going to use this on her. That didn't do nearly as much damage as we were hoping. That's alright, we're fine for the moment. Remembering that Requiem Rowena would have reduced some of their turn durations, so anyone we kill here is probably dead. Anyone who's left can't really do too much at the moment. So, some bad RNG, for sure. Well, she did not get her turns reduced at all. Don't worry about it. Let's say two of them are taunted. We want to kill this one. There's Guardian Crystals. She does a thing. She's dead. It's a shame. Stuns. Man, those 15% are out in force today. Oh, she's gonna get healed. Sorry, we have immortality. That said, the damage definitely hurts quite a bit. Try to stun her again. LOL. Oh, this one's over. Guess we'll try again, lmao, this time without getting 15% in. Generally what we're hoping for is to not get 15% in. Because that's what happened with Rowena. Rowena's turn reduction didn't go off. See, now we've landed unbuffable and everything. What does that change? Well, she no longer gives herself anything. If we don't get 15%, oh, so many things go in our favor. Right? So we're going to use this on her this time instead because Evidently it didn't work that well last time against what's-her-face. I don't know why the damage isn't as high as it normally is. So she does a thing, but we're generally in a better position than we were. We'll go for her this time while she doesn't have her counterattack. We have Chatty up, we can soul burn this. See, she doesn't have her ult now. Not everybody's gonna get taunted, right? Like, it's such a massive difference when you don't get 15%. If you don't get 15%, suddenly you can actually do anything. Now this one here is still a bitch, right? Oh, that lag is just insane. It's thinking very, very hard. Oh, there's a double attack. I guess that's our stun that never went off. Now what we're gonna do with this one is we're gonna bait her onto Azaria instead. That's what we're going to do. Now, if we're worried about this one, and the crit resistance, that could be a darn shame, don't you think? So what we would do in the stead, so especially since we do not want to bring ML Pavel, because ML Pavel is going to attack her, we could bring Flan, but I think Flan's attack might actually be higher. 3,600, no it isn't higher. Something like that. My Flan has a lot of effectiveness, so she's really there just to knock them down. So we use this. Now if she isn't running the one artifact, this can actually be a disaster. But not only did she accomplish kind of absolutely nothing, she also did not crit me. Although you have to admit, she did do a lot of damage. So she got far enough ahead that she's going to get to use her ability. It's going to go into Ran. Yeah, it's going to eat his skill nullifier. She only barely survived that, by the way. She didn't heal herself or anything. I don't know about that. So, Azaria is gonna get poked and stuns. Landy will never get a chance to do anything at all. So, Shrimp Laz on that one there. Kind of weird that we didn't get crit, but I don't think it really made it to, like, Azaria might have died. That's kind of like the main concern about that. So this one's here is where we would opt to use Azaria instead, so that we can be more assured of this one. But Briarwitch Azaria is here actually for two reasons. First of all, if she does get ahead of us, she's going to prioritize a dark unit, and she won't kill Azaria, she'll just pop her ding-dong. Unless she gets sealed by her. But chances are, if she gets ahead of us, we're going to lose anyways. So this one's just a straight up a speed. If we lose the speed on this, then we can just come back in with Zeo and be done with it. But he has no gear on, so actually we're fine. I mean, you can tell he has no gear on because the add-in is like almost as slow as the Landy. We did get 15%ed by her. We are not going to soul burn this, actually. Because we're saving the souls for Azaria. Now, if the add-in gets ahead of me here, this can be bad. But it's okay because his area can still remove shit. So, it's no big deal. That's out of the way. She's the only threat at the moment, right? But we can drop a bomb on her just to get rid of her. It isn't really necessary, especially when we can't stun Landy, but look at where Landy is on the combat readiness. She's not getting a chance to do anything.
당심하지
15%ing me down to the very end, are you? I've never seen Rand do that much damage, what the fuck? This is one of the ones that can actually be annoying, especially with Adin involved, right? Like that would normally be considered a real bad scenario. So this is where we just use Politis. And we can bring her too. It'll look like this.
어떤 식으로 상대의 승리를 향하는지 밝혀주지. 기합을 넣고 승부의 순간 언제나 찰나의 순간에 결정한다.
Well, we hit the Adin this time, so it doesn't make a big difference. We didn't land armor break on her, but we did put the stigma on her. We've also got bombs on 2 of them. We're gonna soul burn this because we've already got bombs on 2 of the really important ones. And we really want to make sure we restrict Karina so that she doesn't get ahead of Politis. Even though Politis is going to get a CR boost and reduces his CR, she just gets so much goddamn CR that... Apparently she won't get a chance to do anything because we never did enough damage to pop her. So Politis' contributions for this fight are going to be pretty low. But she existed. She's there for safety. Oh, there it is. She pops this right before the bombs go off, just to get rid of the shields. There, something like that. May as well use this. It's so laggy! Unreal! What are you doing? Stop making the emulator chug. And then this one here is like one of the most brain dead easy groups we can go up against. This is a Pavel comp, is what this is. We bring Pavel, like they have no way to intercept me at all. They can't do shit unless their gear is like super whale tier. Or I get 15%ed all over the place. If I get 15%ed all over the place and I never land any debuffs, or she has the artifact that removes debuffs and instantly removes armor break from somebody important, then we're in trouble. But Kaorik does nothing, Raz does nothing, and Meg Chloe will only be a pain in the ass if she gets really far ahead of me. So all we need to worry about doing is killing the one single unit that doesn't even have immunity and probably has no effect resist. None of them have effect resist. Doesn't matter on any of them. We'll use Soul Burn on this just in case, because this one has no effectiveness, so... Usually we burn this unless we really want to keep it. Look, she's already dead. We didn't even need Pavel. Pavel was just an accessory. Any other unit I had in that composition would have finished him off. Didn't matter. He just was there. We need to just keep going on here. Let's see. This is an interesting composition.
Some kind of strange issue.
So, this is going to be the exact same thing all over again. The Angel of Light is really slow in this group, which is kind of a null issue. But it is pretty funny. It would be more of an issue for him if we were running something that wasn't with Politis. So she'll remove the Stigma, but she won't remove the Armor Break, which is really critical for us. Because we have Armor Break on 2 very important units. So we can't Soul Burn this, but we have Pavel, so... We don't have his area, it doesn't really matter as much. It's more of an issue if we have his area, right? Bonk! We don't need to crit her, she's just dead anyways. She can't really survive Pavel, especially with an armor break. She needs a lot of mitigation.
당연한 승리지만 잘한 금물이지.
Just straight up the same. Like, I would just do the same thing down the whole list. Just the same. This one here will be different. This one here is slightly different, okay? So let's take a look at this one. What we would do for this one here. We would have to do something really dumb, okay? Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to bring... we need her. So she's going to pop this one. Unless, if we want to run this without counters, or without anti-counters, we can do that. There's a very good way we can do that. We'll just bring this one. Bring that one. I mean, we could almost do it this way, right here. This would almost work. The only issue is, I don't have a lot of crit on either of these units. So Pavel's not really that great for that. But in the what in the butt. We can do it other ways too. Triple fire unit against Karina. How about it? I think we lose this one, honestly, but all we have to do is just land debuffs on her. Surely that isn't hard, right? Two of them have immunity. What a time to run into double immunity, huh? Doesn't matter. It's not a big issue. Don't worry about it. Put this on her. 15% to lmao. Don't worry about it. I've got Aramintha. She exists. She's the thing. Check it out. No crits. No crits. We don't need no crits. All right, go for this one. She's dead. lmao. Go for this one. Alright, maybe I should have gone for someone who actually does damage. Don't worry about it. Use this. Dude, Rowena can't remove any of the debuffs we apply. The most she can do is give them revive. Oh, she's counter. We're in trouble. Oh my god, the damage is insane. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. She's dead. Oh god, that's another counter. Oh, my booty. Oh, she's spanking it. Here, get a load of this. Counter again. Why not? 30%, by the way. Don't worry about it. Go for this one. Bonk. She's fucking dead. How many fire debuffs can one person have? Don't worry about it. Dude, don't worry about it. Listen, I can go all the way to Emperor by doing this. The worst thing that you're going to run into is compositions that look like this. This here, this is the worst of the worst for me right here. This is awful. Like, how do you even deal with this crap? How do you deal with this crap? There's a few ways. I got a couple ways. Okay, I got a couple ways I can deal with this. Okay. So let me think about what those ways might actually be. I don't know. One, and it's almost like I don't want to bring Zio, because how useful is Zio against this particular composition? He exists. He is a thing. He does do stuff. But how useful is that stuff? We've got 2 chances of counterattacks here. That could be absolutely disgusting. Now, one thing I could do against this is I could just cleave it. One. There's 2 ways I can do this. Both of them are unbelievably stupid. Both of them have a high chance of failure, but several of them also have high chances of success. The real question is, how ballsy of a man are you? How ballsy of a man are you? I'll show you how ballsy of a man I am. What we want to do here is we want to prevent her from doing anything at all. How are we going to do that, you wonder? We're gonna give her stigma. with a tiny % chance we have of hitting her. We hit her, but we did not apply a stigma. Don't worry about it. I've got Astral Guide. There, stunned. Don't worry about it. Apply this. You can't silence me if you're fucking dead. You can't do anything if you're fucking dead. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Sacrifice these nuts. Ah, he's fucking dead. Don't worry about it. It wasn't an issue. Bonk. Alright.
난 언제나 전력
Now's the time to panic.
밝혀주지. 방해한다면
I've got the juice. Bonk. Bonk.
난 언제나 전력
Bonk, and she's dead. Pavel died. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Champion 4. I lost one fight due to Roanna not reducing cooldowns on Asenya. It's like, I don't even care. Just because it happened doesn't mean I have to use it.
됐겠지.
Again, add-in is the worst thing that can happen here. Oh, so we missed her this time. Don't worry about it. And up we go. Use this. The add-in has crit resistance, just to make our job that much more irritating.
넓게 뚫는
Well, I think Pavel's dead. Nah, she's dead. Some people might consider that bad news. I think we're fucked on this one.
과분한 죽음.
Don't worry about it. She did a thing. Oh no. Oh god. What did she do? I have no idea. I don't know what that character does. It's not my problem.
방해하지 마세요. 인간은 정말 어리석죠. 안타까울 따름이에요. 도의를 벗어난
Oh no, not politics! Oh my god! Don't worry about it.
기합을 넣고 전세를 뒤집어주지.
I'm immune to your bullshit now.
난 언제나 전력.
I don't care. Yeah, killed him. Alright, that's it. That's my soul's gone. My soul burns. We needed some armor breaks in that one, is what we actually needed, actually. If you don't get armor breaks on that composition, it doesn't work as well. I have to spam crystals. I'm not gonna do that. You get the point, right? Like, I can just do the same thing against this, actually land armor break, and then we would be fine. Or I could just bring Summer Azaria, right? Like, sometimes add-in causes us headaches like that. But it's still like a 75% win rate while hardly changing anything and just not giving a shit.